and welcome with me Baby Shurint on the ISTV News. Let's get going with the top stories first. Manipur will soon be able to make a place in the map of the world tourism, affirms Chief Secretary PC Lapkungang. Now the news in details. Chief Secretary PC Lamkungang has affirmed that Manipur will soon be able to make a place in the world's tourism map. He said this at the calendar releasing ceremony of Manipur Biodiversity Board at his office chamber at Old Secretariat today. He further said many tourist spots will be established in Manipur and will be able to be a part of world tourism map. Cable cars will soon be seen in the state. Sendra, Kaina, Khuga and other places will be fully established and will be able to attract tourists. They are planning to open a tourist academy in the state. The tourist spots will be allotted to private sectors and will be asked to maintain it efficiently, he said.
Manipur will be in the map of tourism, global tourism, very soon. We are having a lot of this tourism scheme on hand. Like for example, mega tourism program in Sendra, like what you call this cable car in Sendra from Sao Balok to Sendra, something. And we'll be having academy for tourism. And at the same time, we are having many tourism homes in different places, Khuga, Waitho, Kaina, More, here and there. This also will be leased out to the interested person for running them.
Chief Secretary PC Lamkungang today released the calendar 2015 of Manipur Biodiversity Board at his office chamber at Old Secretariat. Additional Chief Secretary N. Jha, Principal Secretary Agriculture Ram Muiva, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest Bala Prasad and other officials attended the releasing function. The calendar is based on paintings drawn by the students at various painting competitions on the theme Conservation of Environment. Even if the Manipur government has been keeping more eyes on the health sector and taking up initiatives to provide all possible health facilities in the remotest part of Manipur, many people are still facing hardship in getting medical facilities as many primary health centers still remain closed. This was said by General Secretary of Senior Citizen for Society, Manipur, Professor L. Sadananda, in an exclusive conversation with the ISTV News on how to improve health sector in Manipur. He further said improving the infrastructure of district hospitals in all the 9 districts of Manipur, filling the vacant posts of doctors and other staff is necessary to improve health sector in Manipur.
Manipur ke health sector is chokolan je district hospital, say full-fledged district hospital, every district. Manipur ki lady district mapan ching amsung tam loin pulaga. Message da full-fledged koi district hospital amam lehen ba ada masih da manpower, doctor, nurses, paramedical staff, achang ba punamak sun thambi ba ada ga specialist mayam. Specialist se impal da pangbana yaroi bse. Yaroi uji mafam khuding moto su hariba district hospital sing specialist ki services si panggadabne adu wargadi kai damakta adagi sitana muk lakpagi darkar leidoino madu ki facility to later dagi laine.
He further said government should also transfer other staffs important in treating parties instead of transferring only the doctors. A state transfer policy should also be formed. Doctors and other related staffs should also give up their habit of working only in places which they like. If the doctors and other staffs go to their posting place and stay there during their posting period, there would be big change in the health sector of Manipur, he said.
There should be a transfer policy. Policy am same with the pajana. Koi state na. State ki doctor sing, state ki nursing, labor, medical staff, mayam sing sigi transfer policy ama pajan sebio koi hai. Adu niyo moina masigi pajana wa ngang na batau tana. Masih da pesa pi tana wanom bagi konom bagi posting ki transfer and posting ki wapam se kauthok pa daka oire. Thai ni ki general neb se masih ada ngasi ki chocolate matamsida transfer posting je masi wangang na vida kalite chai ani ra ahum la mari ra kayano later yade ko ana once transfer to the nang adu like them haiba policy ma ko mafam amada chahi asuktagi tadana like them ni haiba policy ma to gadam ni ado de chahi surakanda mabu amok atopa mafam da thadana mafam da mu thamjin bagi tangai pada bisi laroy ba wangang ne roi sam na hal niom ma chatlagadi niom chatta bisi ni koi lai buk thi bisi.
Moving on to national and international news. Upset Indo-Americans have urged Woodbridge, Connecticut, USA based New England Brewing Company to immediately withdraw its Gandhi beer, calling it highly inappropriate. Indo-American statesman Rajan Jett, in a statement in Nevada, USA, said that peace icon Mahatma Gandhi avoided drinking. Selling beer named after him was highly damaging to his legacy and hurt the feelings of Indo-Americans and Indians. Jett, who is chairperson of Indo-American Leadership Confederation, pointed out the marketing beer for mercantile greed using Gandhi was trivializing of Gandhian principles and belittling of the Indo-American community and Indians. The Supreme Court today declined urgent hearing of a plea seeking quashing of National Judicial Appointments Commission Act 2014 for appointment of judges in higher judiciary. The court said the matter is not urgent and hearing on it will take place in the usual course. Yesterday, a plea was filed in the apex court seeking quashing of the act, which ends the collegium system of judges themselves selecting and appointing judges for the higher judiciary. Director General of National Investigation Agency Nia Sarat Kumar will reach Guwahati today to monitor the progress of investigation into cases of recent massacre in Assam. Nia is investigating 4 cases registered in Kokrajhar and Sonitpur district. Official sources said Kumar will meet separately Nia officials and senior officials of the Assam government, including Chief Secretary and DJP today. Kumar will visit violence-hit Kokrajhar and Sonitpur district tomorrow and likely to meet senior army officials at Tezpur. Police have registered 119 cases following the massacre where 81 persons lost their lives. Security forces arrested 7 Vodo militants directly involved in massacre. Former Punjab Chief Minister Bin Singh assassin Zaktur Singh alias Tara has been arrested from Thailand by the Thai police. They were acting on a tip from the Punjab police. Tara is self-styled chief of Khalistan Tiger Force. He along with 3 others had escaped from Bureau jail in Chandigarh in a sensational tunnel escape in 2004. While 2 of the escaped convicts had been arrested, 2 others were on the run, including Tara. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav has declined to accept an honorary doctorate degree which Uttar Pradesh Technical University had planned to confer on him on its convocation on January 12. The CM has taken cognizance of media reports from UPTU plans to confer him honorary doctorate degree. The US-based cab service provider Uber today withdrew plea from the Delhi High Court against the ban on its flying. The Delhi government had decided to continue with the ban on app-based cab booking company Uber and has asked it to fulfill the conditions for taxi operation in the national capital before seeking revocation of punitive action. Transport Department had given a hearing to Uber following a directive from the Delhi High Court. Trade unions today began a 5-day coal industry strike to protest against disinvestment and restructuring of state-run Coal India. The strike can affect coal production of up to 1.5 million tons a day and may also hit supplies to power plants which are already grappling with fuel shortage. Indonesian officials have expanded their search area as the hunt for missing Air Asia flight QZ8501 goes on. The flight from Surabaya, Indonesia to Singapore crashed into the sea on 28 December. 37 bodies have been recovered out of 162 people on board. Officials believe they may have located the tail, which holds the black boxes and parts from the fuselage. But poor weather has repeatedly delayed efforts to reach and identify the debris and bring it to the land. It is still not known what caused the crash, and despite a massive search, the manned part of the plane has not been found. Speaking in Jakarta today, the head of Indonesia's Search and Rescue Agency, Henry Bambang Solistio, said teams were adding to and expanding the priority search area as today. The weather had improved, he said, so underwater devices had been deployed while divers had been able to continue operating. The World Health Organization says at least 8,153 people have died in the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. The Geneva-based body said the total number of confirmed, probably and suspectively deaths from the disease comes from 20,656 cases in the three most affected countries, a mortality rate of 39%. The UN Health Agency says 2,915 deaths have been reported from Sierra Leone, 3,471 in Liberia, and 1,767 in Guinea. The current outbreak, which began about a year ago, has also claimed more than a dozen lives elsewhere. The Ebola virus causes a form of hemorrhagic fever and is transmitted through body fluids such as blood, vomit, or fish. Before we close up the news, the top stories once again. Manipur will soon be able to make a place in the map of the world tourism, affirmed Chief Secretary PC Lamkungang. Thank you for joining us. Keep on watching the ISTV news for more updates.